Hello everyone and welcome back to another Godzilla Battle Line video, and today we have confirmation and gameplay of King Ghidorah the Ride joining Godzilla Battle Line for the August season. I think that starts on July 31st. So, accurately predicted King Ghidorah the Ride. Didn't take a rocket science to figure that one out. Usually there's two monsters in a season, and yesterday's trailer with Godzilla the Ride had a picture of Ghidorah in it. Everyone went, Ghidorah's probably coming. A few people were like, Rodan's probably coming, because I guess Rodan is in this ride too. I've never been on the ride. But there's a picture of Ghidorah in the last trailer, and guess who shows up today? King Ghidorah. So, we're going to go through his kit. It is, I believe, kind of bare bones. There are two interesting things about it that I like, but overall, I feel like this King Ghidorah, unless the stats are crazy or there's just something in the trailer that we're not seeing that he does, I feel like he might not be the move, but if he has a ton of health, which I think he might, then he could be pretty solid. So let's play the trailer, and let's take a look at what he's got going on. There is the unlock. He's a 4-star, of course. We obviously don't know his energy cost yet. Bombing run right there. A little wiggling in front of the camera, and then he's on the ground. So if his health bar is high, then he could be a pretty halfway decent tank on the ground. He's the first Ghidorah that we have that's a ground unit, because I can't imagine he's classified as a flyer when he's crawling on the floor. But this opening move, this deploy, seems pretty good. He looks like he's immune to damage when he comes down and does the bombing run. He hits everything in a straight line, it seems, and then he lands. Or, I'm sorry, he wiggles his faces in front of the camera, and then he lands. So, look, no health bar on him as he flies through, so he's probably immune to all damage when he does the strafing run right here. He then comes in and he's crawling. He's taking a lot of damage from this Mothra, from this Aqua Mothra, but Aqua Mothra also doesn't really put out a ton of damage in the first place. Now, when he gets up in front of the camera and wiggles his face around, that is kind of like the Super Mecha Godzilla thing, but Super Mecha Godzilla, it happens only to you. When you deploy him, he like messes up your field of view. This Ghidorah is going to mess up the field of view for your opponent. I have to imagine that is some kind of reference to the ride. I've never been on the ride. I've never been to Japan. I want to go. But I have to imagine that's like one of those rides, like when you're in like Transformers or like Spider-Man at Universal and you're in the cart and you're like moving around and they're moving your seat like this, and like Spider-Man jumps on the front of your car and like the whole thing shakes. He's like, follow me, and you fly through the city. Or like in Transformers, like Megatron he comes up and like shoots fire at you. I imagine that's probably a reference to what that is. I guess at some point in the ride, Ghidorah like gets on your car, like roars in your face or something, and like Godzilla shoots him with his beam and knocks him away or something like that, and it's probably like a big fun moment on the ride. That's what I imagine that's supposed to be emulating, but it's just an insane looking jump scare that I guess in theory could disrupt your opponent in like the way they place troops, but like it just looks silly. He looks cool. The model looks really cool. If all he's doing is this strafing run and then a little jump scare and then he crawls on the ground for some damage, it looks like he's single target too, because he has like a little bite. Let's just fast forward. Like right here, so watch. He has like a little... No, there. Oh, I'm trying to pause on the little bite. Like you can see right here, it looks like one of the bites from Pokemon on the Game Boy. Literally. So it looks like he's single target with this bite, so he better have pretty I mean, it looks like he's doing nice damage. I hope his stats are really good. If he has lackluster stats, then I really don't think that he'll be impactful at all. He looks like he's at least halfway chunky with some damage on him, so if he's going to be the first Ghidorah on the ground, he's got to be packing something with him. Because I like the idea of this strafing run where he comes in and does damage in a straight line before he actually gets deployed. I like on-deploy abilities. I like Kamen Rider's ability. I like Super Mecha Godzilla's ability. Orga has one. Does Ghidorah kind of has one. I like the on-deployment abilities. Or like the King Ghidorah 2019 has the big lightning blast. Like, I like that. So I like this one too. I think the jump scare is hilarious. It's not happening to you, it's happening to your opponent. So every time you cast this unit, it's just going to keep doing that to hit your opponent, which I think is hilarious. But he's huge, and he looks super cool. I hope he has decent enough stats, because I think without the stats, he is just going to be beat into the floor. But that's what I got for Ride Ghidorah today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Tomorrow is the brand new season of Godzilla Battle Line. We will have a video out in the morning covering all of the updates to the season, and we will finally be streaming again. We didn't stream for the entire month of July. It's been super busy, but tomorrow night there should be a stream celebrating the brand new season. So, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.